All right, cheers to the vinyl community and you two people who are just strolling through. My name is Ty, and welcome to my channel. All right, let's get into it. I've kind of been able to stick to my schedule, which I mentioned in earlier episodes about buying records once a month. And I've kind of been shooting for this goal for a while, but just so much good stuff was coming out, it was hard to resist. And I feel like during the pandemic, you just have more time on your hands and buying records and listening to more albums. Well, I wasn't listening to more. I've always listened a lot, but you're just trying to get your hands on some more stuff. And watching a lot of the awesome channels also helped me find out about some other albums I haven't thought of, just didn't even know about, which is awesome. So, my last little pickup, I went in there, looked around, man, lots of good stuff, even some good soundtracks. They reissued Blade Runner, so if you're a fan of Blade Runner, get the reissue. If you don't have the original, it's a killer soundtrack. Which, if you're a fan of Blade Runner, you already know that, but you might not have your hands on a copy, and now they have a reissue. It's on 180 gram on a gatefold cover. Anyways, I already have an original. Well, I think it's an original soundtrack copy, but I almost want to get the reissue just to have two. Hence vinyl junkies over here. But anyways, I went in there and I was able to get my hands on Suicidal. The longest title in album history. How I Laugh Tomorrow When I Can't Even Smile Today. Great album title though. Killer song that's on here. This whole album's really good. Suicidal. Let's get into what genre are they? They were a punk band and then they went to metal. There's a term for that. It's called a crossover band. A band that crossovers genres. And this isn't their first. This is kind of their first one that's full metal. They were kind of starting to go towards metal, but this one's like, hey, they got Rocky George, killer lineup. Rocky George on lead guitar, dude shreds on guitar. I almost feel like he didn't get as much mentions as maybe in the guitar magazines as they could have, because this dude had great phrasing, great style, and just a great player. And I have a feeling he probably helped write a lot of this album. And in this Suicidal Tendencies era, there's this one, there's Lights Camera Revolution, there's Suicidal Motherfucker or whatever, the last one I think with this lineup. All great albums. But so I got my hands on a copy. I seen that somewhere in yellow, which I was like, man, I don't even want to get it if it's in yellow because that's like my least favorite color. I'd rather just get it traditional black if I could. But when I was in the store, the hype sticker said, in the exclusive Sky Blue vinyl, which I was stoked on the blue because we all know that Suicidal reps the blue. So anyways, and let's see if you have yellow one, that's awesome. Realistically, that's all they had at the end of the day, and I was at a record store, and I was like, I probably would just still get it. But was glad to get this. It's kind of translucent, just a little bit if you put it to the light, but basically solid blue. The sound quality. This CD, the CD had a unique kind of sound to the production. Which the record has, but it could have been a little cleaner. And again, though, this is, it's metal. I can't, you can still crank it up loud and it still sounds great. But if I was to be picky about the sound, they could have probably done a little bit of a better job on the transfer. But it's better than nothing. And so either way, stoked to get a copy. I'm glad they reissued it. Now, someone mentioned the picture is really good. It looks like they have the original picture, and it does. And what's funny, if you look at the Suicidal Tendencies, is all glitchy. It was like that on the CD, even on the smaller picture. So it's... Which, it's not as bad, but it's there if you look. But here's the CD. And I recommend getting the CD if you can, just because I try to get everything on all CDs, record, cassette tape, if I have the opportunity. So anyways, since we're on the crossover genre, another one I picked up that day was DRI, their album Crossover. And for some reason, I remember this one back in the day. One of my good friends, Justin, was going through a DRI phase, and he had found this one. I hadn't heard of it yet. Way back in the day, I'm talking about. And he always really liked this one. And I thought I had I thought this was Full Speed Ahead because I have a copy. I don't have the cover. Totally wrong. Which I need to get a copy on vinyl, which I just haven't seen. But anyways, I swooped this up. This sounds great. Besides, the drums always kind of sounded crummy on this album, but overall, fucking rad album. It's on black vinyl. It's a classic must. Yeah, anyways, restored and remastered. Not the most crazy hype sticker, but anyways. Yeah, I like how, DRI had the coolest logo. You know what I mean? So, again, Crossover. They were almost like a sloppy sounding punk band. Just bullet fast. And they crossed over to metal. And so, hence the name of this album, Crossover. But, yeah, I used to try, it's neat that bands do that. I don't think you should be stuck in any one way anyways. And like I said, there was an interview with Corrosion of Conformity, another crossover band, and they asked him, why do you sound more like metal than you did punk? And he's like, we got better instruments, you know what I mean? So their songwriting changed. So anyways, now what actually led me going to the record store was one album I knew I was definitely going to get when I got there. Definitely going to get. So excited I'll start just like combining words together now. This is my third cup of coffee, so that probably doesn't help. But anyways, I seen they had a copy. Finally. Well, not finally. This. It was import. Wasn't too pricey. But I've seen the footage of this on YouTube, and then I found out a long time ago there's an album of this. I'd seen there were some copies floating around. I never had one. I'd never seen one in person. I looked on eBay, and there was some copies floating around in it's really weird. The last couple of years, I just out of curiosity to see if there's still some copies, and there are. Kind of pricey though. There's one on clear vinyl for like $70. Almost was gonna do it, and I was like, you know what? Just had a feeling not to. Well, now I know why. My local spot got some imports. Sounds great, and I highly recommend this if you're a Primus fan. Now, it's basically a version of Suck on This played at a radio station, but with one extra song. A traded song. They don't have Frizzle Fry, which I'm pretty sure they played at this performance. It just didn't make it on here, I want to say. But they have Sergeant Baker on here. So you get a trade-off. But then the last 4 or 5 songs are this live recording of like one of his side projects, and it's a horrible recording of a live performance. The live performance, they're playing well, just the recording is hella crappy. So, but it's still worth getting just for the the first 6 songs, because it's, like I said, it's basically like a version of Suck on This, but without the crowd. But it's a great recording. The radio station, it was a local, Stanford University broadcast, May 3rd. So just had the anniversary of this album, kind of cool. 1989. But they did it, the Stanford University did a good job of mixing the album or whatever. Well, I don't know if they mix it, but at least capturing the sound the way they recorded it. And super stoked to have this. Been listening to it for about a week now. So super stoked. Off and on for about a week. So super stoked. Those are the 3 I got. Again, there was some other stuff. I did find some copies of this one. I already have 2 copies of this album. I want to get a third just because it's a great album. And once I do, I'll show it to you guys. But again, for me, I'm trying to stay on track once a month. And it, like I said, I've mentioned this in the past. They're just reissuing so much stuff, it's hard to keep up. But at the same time, it's awesome that they're reissuing all this stuff that before you never had the opportunity to get. And if you did it, it was usually really, really expensive, because it was from the one time they released that album from the original release date of the album, where they released like a CD, like it came out like in 95 or something, like Stone Temple Pilots, which we'll get to this album. This album was really hard to find on vinyl. They reissued the shit out of it. Kind of getting hard to find again now, because they sold out so quick, but you can still get a copy. There's imports floating around, and if you still look at Walmart, you might get lucky and find another copy. I shit you not. I don't know if I can get you too pumped up here, but I was in Walmart real recently, late night. I went and I found them. Well, they had one copy of this still. I bought it immediately. So I have 3 of the Walmart copies, and then I have it import, and then I have the 25th anniversary. So I have 5 albums of this damn copy. 5 copies of this album. 5 albums of this copy. Anyways, so I already had the original CD, which they put this out, this reissue, and the only thing they did that's not what the original CD looked like. Kind of a bummer on that, but I've been listening to this. It sounds really good. This is their 25th anniversary of the CD. Worth getting if you come across it, because it has these demo outtakes, or I don't know if they're outtakes or whatnot, but anyways, all these demo versions of the songs. And I've been lagging on putting that extra CD in. I've been looking like, you can listen to the demos. One of the main reasons I wanted this. And, well, I mean, I have it on vinyl. I'm pretty sure that has a demo. It has a CD with the demos on, but it's like you gotta pull the whole box apart. So, I mean, either way, listen to them finally. Sounds killer. It's cool to hear the songs in the early phase, because most of them are like, they basically just needed a better recorded version of them, better production. But it's cool to, like, if you are an A&R person, or if you are just a normal person who like got a hold of their demo back in the day, you would have been like, man, if this demo gets in the hands of the right person, this band's probably going to do something. It's, Chet Atkins said, if you don't have a song, you don't have anything. You know what I mean? And they had a bunch of songs that were really good. And I mean, they had a bunch of singles on this album. This album was very popular when it came out. Still sounds amazing and stood the test of time. But I'm sure the A&R, whoever did get the person that was able to make the record deal happen, when they heard this demo, they probably shit a Twinkie. Because they're to be like, wow, this band's not signed yet? Holy crap, to be the one in the process of that must have been very cool. Like I said, I got to see them twice, luckily. I seen them when they opened up for Robert Plant, and then I seen them for the reunion tour in 2009. And just a great band. But anyways, worth getting. And so anyways, oh yeah, and what's playing in the background, now that this song came on, it's probably gonna get flagged and not let me post this shit, because this song was very popular. Wonderful Pyros. I got this used copy for 50 cents. Super stoked in mint condition. If you don't have this, go listen to it. Wonderful Pyros. They only made 2 albums. It's Jane's Addiction with different people, with the singer. Alright guys, try to keep this short and sweet. Don't worry, I will be posting more videos just in general, just what I'm listening to and stuff. Just been super busy, like everyone else. I'll go into more detail about my band. In a couple weeks, we're going to record some songs that we can put on Spotify and all that stuff. And so we're going to be rehearsing for that. I'm going to have someone come in there and film some of it, so we can post some of the songs on YouTube with the good sound. So anyways, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Stay positive, play lots of vinyl and all that great stuff. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye.